Israel strikes Iran nuclear reactor, June 2025. In a major escalation of the Middle East conflict, Israel launched a high-intensity airstrike operation targeting Iran's nuclear and military infrastructure during the early hours of June 2025. This attack is considered one of the most comprehensive and aggressive aerial campaigns in the region's modern history. Details of the strike. The Israeli Air Force deployed an estimated 6,200 fighter jets in carefully coordinated waves. The operation focused on destroying nuclear-related facilities and missile production sites across central and southern Iran. Key locations targeted included the Arakivi water reactor, known as the Konda B complex, where structural damage was inflicted on reactor infrastructure and research facilities. A suspected nuclear development facility near Natanz, a longtime hub for uranium enrichment, was also hit. Advanced military industrial compounds around Tehran, known for producing components linked to nuclear weapon delivery systems, were attacked. Additionally, strikes were reported near Esfahan and along key Revolutionary Guard missile depots. The aircraft were supported by electronic warfare systems and mid-air refueling units. Long-range precision missiles and bunker-penetrating munitions were used in certain high-security areas. Strategic objectives. Israel's goal appears to be focused on delaying Iran's nuclear breakout capability, which Israeli intelligence believes is rapidly progressing, weakening Iran's retaliatory missile capabilities, particularly those intended for use by proxy groups, and demonstrating operational reach and air dominance, including deep strike penetration across hostile terrain without significant loss of aircraft. This offensive marks the continuation of Operation Rising Lion, a campaign that began earlier in June with cyber attacks and drone operations. Today's strike was the most visible and devastating phases of our Iranian response. And counterstrike, Iran responded immediately, launching ballistic missiles and explosive drones at Israeli urban centers and military sites, including a direct hit on Soroka Hospital. Beersheba Israeli missile defense systems, such as Iron Dome, intercepted many threats, but several missiles bypassed defenses, resulting in civilian injuries and infrastructure damage. Iranian leadership has declared full military mobilization, and further counterattacks are expected in the coming days. Reports from Tehran suggest heightened alert at nuclear bunkers and underground facilities, including Fordo and Parchin, United States. Mobilization and strategic dilemma. The United States has moved naval and air assets closer to the Persian Gulf. Fanned Red Sea surveillance aircraft and refueling tankers were seen operating in support roles. Though no direct involvement has been officially confirmed, President Trump has stated that he will decide within 2 weeks whether the United States will take part in joint operations with Israel. One key issue is whether to deploy the massive ordnance penetrator, a weapon capable of destroying deeply buried targets, such as the Fordow underground enrichment facility. At the same time, the United States is facing growing international pressure to prevent escalation while ensuring that Iran does not develop a nuclear weapon, global reaction, and regional fallout. This conflict has triggered concern worldwide. Oil prices have surged as shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. Threatened airlines have rerouted flights, and regional airports have increased security. Protests have erupted across various countries, and tensions are rising between opposing factions. Regional powers such as Turkey, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia are calling for restraint while discreetly preparing their own defense postures. The threat of a wider regional increasing with risks of cyber attacks. Energy disruptions and proxy warfare are on the rise. Next phase, Israelis likely to remain on high alert for retaliatory attacks, including cyber operations and threats from proxy groups. Iran may attempt to widen the conflict using forces in Lebanon, Iraq, and Yemen. Diplomatic talks are now active in Geneva and New York, with multiple nations pushing for ACE-fire framework. The upcoming decision by the United States will be crucial if it joins the fight or provides Israel with deep strike weapons. It could dramatically shift the course of the conflict. Summary: on June 2025, Israel launched a powerful and targeted airstrike against Iranian nuclear and military sites. The operation marks a turning point in the ongoing regional conflict. Iran has responded with force, and the world now watches closely to see whether this war will remain contained or evolve into a broader confrontation.